Sup Squares, welcome to episode 9 of my Wonder Wheel series, where we spin the wheel and let the wheel decide what game I will play. In this episode, I got Pokemon Puzzle League. It was released on Nintendo 64 in 2000. As far as my history with the game, or the Pokemon series, I've only played a few Pokemon side games in my time. The only side games I think I've ever played were Coliseum and XD for GameCube. As far as like puzzle games or pinball, cafe, whatever else Pokemon's ever released as their side games, I never played any of them. So this will be my first Pokemon side. Okay, never mind. I did play Pokemon Stadium 1. That's also on 64, but yeah, that's basically the only side game I've played. But as far as the actual series is concerned, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, so. But I'm also not, I didn't get my hopes up for this game just because it's a puzzle game with Pokemon slapped on the label, so. As far as my initial reactions are concerned, I really didn't care for this game at all, personally. As far, like, for my brain, I feel like the puzzle's a little too difficult. I mean, I have video clips of me literally starting the game, maybe moving a few blocks, and I'm just already stuck. My brain had a hard time dealing with the... it was just too complicated for me, personally. Again, but that's not a gripe against the game. That's not a strike against the game. It's just the way the game is, and I can't, I had a hard time understanding. So, as far as the story in this game is concerned, which, I mean, there really isn't a story, but basically, the game takes place in the anime universe of Pokemon. Ash, Brock, Misty, Gary, Professor Oak. So basically, apparently there's a puzzle league somewhere in Kanto, I guess, that was never spoken of ever in the actual anime. I guess just for the purposes of this video game. Basically, it's a puzzle league, like Pokemon League. You go there and battle trainers from, I assume, from the anime or the mainline games. Yeah, it's basically that's the basic story. Nothing more to it. Gameplay. So the way it works is, it's kind of, I want to say it's kind of like Puyo Puyo, where you have to, they said it's a little simpler than that. So your goal is essentially, you can only move the block, you can only switch blocks horizontally. You can't go vertical at all, just horizontal. And now so you gotta line up 3 or more to clear the blocks. And it's kind of like, like most games like Tetris or Puyo Puyo, the stack will slowly rise, and if you fill the stack up in the box, you lose. When you clear blocks, you get points, and you also, if you're playing against another player, computer or human, you give them extra blocks on their side, depending on combos and stuff. So, yeah, control is simple. Control your cursor and A to switch. That's it. As far as the modes are concerned, I do have the picture of the menu screen. So from left to right, starting at the top, we have the Puzzle University. It's actually it's almost like a tutorial style, sort of, in the regular puzzles. So basically it's like, kind of like Dr. Mario. You start level 1, it's really easy. Level 2, level 3, and it gets more difficult as you go. I guess trying to teach you how to get good at the game, essentially. And then you also have, custom puzzle, which basically you can create your own levels, essentially, I believe. So, I didn't try that out because I'm not very good at editing stuff like that, and I don't feel like it anyway, but that's at least a pretty good replay value right there. Pokemon Center, that's where you can do options. It's essentially your options. Marathon is essentially, it's an endless puzzle league game. You keep going until your box gets filled up. You have 2-player and then 1-player. 1-player is basically your story mode, essentially, where you're playing through the league. 2 players, obviously, you play against each other. Professor Oak's lab is basically, it's how to play. It's an actual tutorial mode. Spa service is essentially, you go against Team Rocket, essentially. And I didn't really get the gist of it says line clear game. I tried it, I didn't get it. But the same, I was having the same issue with every mode. I just couldn't, I had a hard time getting the puzzles down. I had a hard time comprehending what blocks to move where. Because you can only move horizontally, you can't go up and down. So, it's very limited in that. Time zone is a time challenge. again, you beat race the clock essentially. And Mimic Mansion is basically where you can practice. I'm pretty sure. I didn't try it, but if you feel you want to practice the game and get better at it, I assume it's here for you. As far as difficulty, I mean, I don't think the game is that difficult because again, it's only you're only moving blocks horizontally. The game is not really hard. I would say it's pretty simple, especially to play. It's just for me, I'm not a huge swap puzzle game guy. I really don't care for them that much. So the game's not hard. It's just it was too difficult for me to figure out. So it's definitely easy, but I never got to like I said. I only played one game of the story mode. I lost on the easiest mode, so I didn't make it that far. So I cannot tell you how hard the rest of the game is. I know there's like speeds and stuff. You fast, medium or slow, as far as like the blocks rising. So I guess there's some difficulty in that if you want it. But so as far as like the story's difficulty, I couldn't tell you one way or another. Definitely a lot of replay value in this game. There's a lot of different modes. I think I listed like 5-6 modes in this game. A story mode, 2-player mode, essentially like almost like a Dr. Mario mode where you play all the levels in a row. A lot of single-player content, especially with the Team Rocket story as well. So out of 10, again, like I said, I personally didn't like the game. That's just me. I couldn't understand the puzzles. I had a hard time with it, but I don't think that puts it as a bad game. I think with all the content it has, somebody who actually understands and would like to play this game, I think would get a nice kick out of it. It's actually a really great game. I'd probably play it B tier, honestly, even though I didn't like it. So, and as far as ranking it, yeah, B. And out of 10, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and stay square.
Across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the